Welcome back to Rouse Rising. My name is Katie, and in today's video, we are meal prepping delicious foods made from scratch. We've got cranberry tarts, potato leek soup, delicious sourdough pancakes, a lot of other stuff, and a little bit of health drama coming up. These are sourdough pancakes. This is a leaven that I made 2 days ago, and I had to pop it in the fridge because Aaron was in the emergency room yesterday morning bright and early, so we didn't get a chance to make the pancakes then. But I put it in the fridge. I added 3 eggs, 4 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, about a cup of milk, and to my sourdough starter, and it turned out really good. I can't taste them, but the kids are loving them, so we are going to turn this burner down on low. Now that it's to the point where the pancakes are cooking. The thing about cast iron is it starts out not all the way hot, so you gotta wait till your griddle's really hot if you want to make good pancakes. I've made the mistake too many times of putting pancakes on my griddle when it wasn't hot enough. But these are the sourdough pancakes, light, fluffy, crisp. Oh man, I can just tell that they taste amazing. No, I'm not envious of the people that get to eat gluten. I'm over it. I'm over it. When something hurts you that bad, you just get over it. Into our sauce pot, we're gonna do about 4 tablespoons butter, and then we're gonna chop up all of our leeks and saute these up. Then we're gonna wash our potatoes and get those peeled and cut up to go in this soup as well. We're just gonna saute these until they're wilted. Then we're gonna add our potatoes, our seasonings, herbs, and our broth. All right, our seasonings are going to be a bay leaf, some rosemary, about a teaspoon of thyme. We're going to do a little bit of real salt. And 4 cups of broth. It's about 2 pounds of potatoes and about 2 to 4 stalks of your leeks chopped up. Now we're just going to let all this simmer for a little while. Next up, we're starting the filling for the cranberry tart, and I am doubling this recipe, but I'm going to give you the single recipe ingredients and measurements. So you start out with 1 pound, which is 4 cups of your cranberries. You need 1 1/4 cups of sugar. You need 1/2 cup of water, and we are just going to let this go on soup mode for a minute and break down real nicely. And then we're going to return back over here to our soup, and this is cooking through really well. So we're going to take our immersion blender, and we're going to use our immersion blender in our coquette to blend this up really nicely. It is one of my family's favorite soups. My kids really love this, and they eat it all. I mean, we had very little left over. I'm adding a little bit of heavy cream to this, a heavy whipping cream. You can add coconut cream or whatever you like, but I did not make this dairy-free. I have made it dairy-free in the past, so I will link that video down below in this video's description if you are looking for that specific recipe. I do have a lot of dairy-free soup recipes. They're easy to convert with dairy or without dairy. You just substitute your favorite nut milk or whatever it is that you want to use, your cashew cream, your homemade cashew cream. I also have a recipe for that on my channel, sweet, savory, and plain cashew creams. All right, so our cranberries are breaking down. They've all popped and they've blended well with the sugar. So we are gonna work on this filling. And for that, we need 3 large egg yolks and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Again, this is, you see me doubling this recipe here. So I'm gonna mix this up and get it blended up really nicely. And then we're gonna be transferring all of our cranberries to a Vitamix. And then we're gonna add in the cornstarch and egg yolks. We are gonna blend this up real nicely and strain it through a fine mesh strainer. Once this mixture is all blended up, we are going to allow it to sit in the blender and cool to 120 to 125 degrees, and that's going to take about 45 minutes. Once the mixture cools, you're going to add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter that's soft, and you're going to blend for 30 seconds. All right, there's the bacon we're crumbling up. For this gluten-free almond flour crust, you need 1 cup of almond flour. Remember, I'm doubling this recipe in the video. You need half a cup of cornstarch, 1/3 cup sugar, a half a teaspoon salt, and 6 tablespoons unsalted butter. You want to make sure that you've melted it and it's cooled so that it's nice and soft and smooth. So we are going to mix all of these ingredients together, and I'm going to use my pastry cutter to blend it up nice and evenly. And then we are going to transfer this to little tart molds. So you want to make sure that you are using the tart molds that the bottom is removable so that you can pop the tarts out easily. And I lucked out and found 2 6-packs of mini tart pans at Fred Meyer's, and they were 50% off. So I went ahead and bought the 2 packs and got 12 tart molds, which ended up being more than enough for my family and for the people that I gave tarts to, because we made a bunch of tarts in this recipe, as you are going to see. So doubling it was way more than necessary. I will say, if you were going to be taking this to a large party, definitely double it. I thought I would need to double it so my family would all have enough and that we could have some to give away. And it turned out that doubling it made a large quantity of tarts. So we have tarts coming out of our ears. So this is going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. So you put the tart pans on a rimmed baking sheet. The recipe says to cook for 20 minutes, but I thought that was a little bit too long. So start checking them at 15 minutes, and you want them to be golden brown, but they will brown darker very quickly. So make sure you are watching these tarts from 15 minutes onwards, your tart crust, to make sure it doesn't burn. We are straining this filling through a fine mesh strainer because we want it to be a smooth, creamy, delicious consistency. You do not have to let your tart crusts cool completely, nor do you have to wait for the filling to cool completely before you add it. So both can still be warm, because they're just going to sit here on the countertop and cool completely and set up, and then we're going to throw them into the refrigerator to set up the rest of the way. So we're going to refrigerate them for 4 hours. You want to make sure you have them covered. So what I did was I put all the tarts onto a baking sheet, and then I took little cups and I flipped them up. I put them on the baking sheet, and then I put saran wrap over the baking sheet so that the saran wrap didn't stick to the tart tops. So make sure you just have an elevated cup or something, 2 cups on your baking sheet before you cover them with the saran wrap and refrigerate them for the required 4 hours. Now, these can sit in the refrigerator for a few days before an event or before you plan to serve them. The crust will soften a little bit, and it is just really delightful. Fresh out of the fridge, the crust is nice and crisp, and if you leave it out on the counter, it will soften up a bit. So keep that in mind depending on what texture you want for these tarts for the people you are serving them to. And what you can do is top them with whipped cream, and I'm going to tell you right now how I made a delicious homemade whipped cream. We need 1 cup heavy cream. We need 1 to 2 tablespoons of the cranberry mixture. I forgot to add my cranberry mixture to this whipping cream, but you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of the cranberry puree to this, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. That just adds the right amount of interesting flavor to this to really lift the cranberry tart. It is so delicious. You can also add a little bit of powdered sugar. I added a couple tablespoons of powdered sugar just to sweeten it up because I forgot to add the tart filling to it, and that would have sweetened it up and added a little bit of depth of flavor as well. So you just whip this on high whipping speed with your hand mixer or with your whatever kind of mixer you have. You want it on the whipping speed, and it takes about 3 to 5 minutes or so to get this into stiff peaks. And once we have it into stiff peaks, we're gonna fill a piping bag and pipe this over top of our tarts. And then I saved a lot of this for another day in the bag. I just kept it in the piping bag, one that I didn't cut open, so I had extra, put it in a new bag, and when I was ready to serve it a few days later, I cut the tip off and piped the whipping cream, the homemade whipping cream, onto my tarts then.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, oh, oh.
This is a small weekly grocery haul. We're still doing the ballin' on a budget challenge, but this week I'm headed out of town for a few days, so I got some things that would make it a little easier on Aaron. He's still nursing his back to health, so we've got some convenience foods, some fresh produce here. So we've got 4 pizzas. One is a mixed meat, a pepperoni, and then 2 cheese pizzas. They like the classic crust from Red Baron. They've tried all sorts of pizzas, but those are the ones that they prefer. We got 2 bags of sweet potatoes. Those can go in the air fryer along with these fully cooked chicken strips. Those can just go straight in the air fryer for an easy night's dinner. And they can have some cucumbers on the side and some fruit. We've got 12 eggs. We get eggs from a lady down the road, but she doesn't wash her eggs, and that was upon my request, because if you don't wash eggs, they last longer. But this time of year, the eggs get really nasty. So I don't want Aaron to have to wash eggs. So I bought him some clean eggs for breakfast. One less thing for him to have to do. And then heavy whipping cream, that's for when I come back from my out-of-town trip. I'll make, we've been having fun making whipped cream for different desserts and things like that. So we'll make our own whipped cream with these. And then we have some sodas, some like old-fashioned orange sodas and things I picked up at a gas station one day. And they've been sitting in the fridge. So we grabbed some old-fashioned vanilla ice cream for the kids to have. Ice cream floats. So that'll be something fun they can do with their dad one of these evenings. 2 large bunches of bananas, big bag of grapes. I'm going to get those washed. I'm also going to prep some peppers that we got in last week's grocery haul and some carrot sticks so that they can have easy vegetables to snack on while I'm out of town. Then 1 big bag of tortilla chips. They can make nachos if they want to, or just have some tortillas and some salsa. We've got salsa verde that I canned a while back, so if they want to have that, they can have that. That's like a snack. We have been out of honey for a while, so I bit the bullet, bought some honey. That made our grocery bill more. Both of these items, kind of the higher end of my budget. So balling on a budget, I was trying to stay between $75 and $100 over 4 weeks, and last week I went over budget. Week before I was pretty good with my budget. So what do you think this much groceries cost? Comment down below. And my total was $100.94. So 94 cents over budget on the high end of the budget, but that's okay because we got some things that'll carry this family through the week. And the reason why I'm getting convenience foods is because everything, just about everything in this house has to be cooked from scratch. And so if Aaron was having to cook, he would be making 3 meals for all these kids 3 times a day, having to dig out all the scratch ingredients, and that's too much time on his feet. He needs to rest. So convenience foods work out well for times like this. I think we have some other things floating around the house. We've got some frozen fruit for smoothies. So we'll see. And then over here, I threw some baked potatoes in the Instant Pot before I went to the grocery store. So for lunch, the kids are going to have baked potatoes. We have sausage I cooked up last night. This is deer sausage. And then we have deer burger that I cooked up last night. This is the leftover potato leek soup that I made. So that's another option if they don't want a baked potato with cheese, sour cream, butter, and all the fixings. They can have the potato soup. And yeah, that's about it. Today we also had French toast, and we've baked a loaf of bread. So this is extra French toast. I also cooked up a bunch of pancakes yesterday, and so they can have pancakes for breakfast also. And those pancakes are in the freezer, and then we've cooked a whole nother loaf of bread. Let's come back in here, get this out of here. There's our loaf of bread. It cracked a little bit around the side. My dough, I probably added a little bit too much flour because the dough was really firm when I last checked it, and I probably should have added maybe some more liquid, but I didn't. It was just a more firm dough. So that's all ready to go. They'll have that for lunch for the next couple days, and then their dinners are all taken care of. This is Editing Katie. I had to go out of town to go see a care provider that used to be my care provider, and she moved away. So in order to see her, I had to travel to go see her. She's the one person that I trust with my health and with my life. So before I left, I prepared all of the food. Aaron is on a strict diet again because of his back, because of all the inflammation and the pain he's in. So I prepared all of his food and left him and the kids for 2 nights, and then came back home. And those 2 days that I was gone, I had a very strict diet. I ate very healthy, and then when I came home, I ate one of those tarts. And within an hour of eating that tart, I had the most severe explosive gut pain. Now listen, I've had it before, and I've been having it for 2 years now, the same exact gut pain. And it's all related to my diet. It's what triggers it. So I was able to eliminate some things, but then I tried these tarts. I thought the tarts would be okay, but I think the tarts that caused me to have a pancreatitis attack. Acute pancreatitis. So yeah, that's what I'm recovering from and dealing with right now. It's tons of pain. I've been really sick, but I'm on the up. I'm coming out of it. So I'll give more details in my next video, but that's what's been going on. I had pancreatitis. My lipase was over 500, and yeah, I felt like my gut was exploding. It was horrible, or my stomach was exploding. We're still navigating health, trying to figure out what's going on with my body, trying to get me healthy. I need to be healthy. I cannot keep living my life like this. I cannot. So bringing you guys along with me. This has been a long road, and you all that have been here for a long time have heard me touch on these things briefly, but I've been very sick for a long time, and I've been pushing through it. I can't push through it anymore. My body had enough, and I'm just gonna take it easy. You guys probably noticed I've slowed down on videos a lot, and my body said I need to rest, and Aaron's body, we've been going through it for the last couple years, and it's been really stressful, and our bodies finally said, now you have the time to rest, and our bodies are forcing us into rest. And I think I told Aaron today, I said the only way that we were ever gonna rest was if our body shut down and made us. And that's exactly what happened. His body shut down back in October 20th. And my body shut down last Wednesday the day before Thanksgiving. My body shut down, said enough is enough. You're not pushing it anymore. So that's where we're at. That's all I'm gonna say for right now because I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go lay back down, but I was trying to edit a video, trying to get a video out because coincidentally we don't have insurance right now. We don't have income right now. Aaron's retirement doesn't kick in for a few more months, so I have to keep working and he can't work. I can't leave the house and work in this shape. So the only thing that we can do right now is YouTube, and I've got to get some videos out. So just bear with me over these next couple weeks while I get videos out and while I try to take care of myself. I'm going to go into full details about my symptoms, about what I've been feeling the last 2 years, and about everything I've been fighting for my health. I've been screaming out for help, and I've been told time and time again that I've been gaslit basically by my local care provider, and I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go somewhere else, and I went somewhere else, and she checked me out, and she actually said, without doing blood tests yet, she hadn't done a blood test yet, she said it could be your gallbladder or your liver. And it turns out it was my pancreas, which is all, same system basically. And gallbladder can cause pancreas issues, but I don't have anything wrong with my gallbladder. I just have a really inflamed small intestine and a really inflamed pancreas. And I'm going to go into all the details of why we think this has happened, and I'm going to be open and honest about it, so stick around. And thank you guys for being here, but I'm going to go back and rest. I'm going to go get some more drink, get something else to drink, and lay back down because I'm still not 100% yet, but I'm going to get there, and I have hope and I have faith. We're going to get through this rough patch. You guys have been here through it all. It's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I have to believe that because when you look up pancreatitis and you look up, I've been going through it for 2 years, this severe pain, and we thought it was celiacs. So this whole time I was like eliminating gluten, eliminating dairy, doing all these things, and we thought it still could be celiacs, but it's gluten-free foods that are causing me severe pain, and it's unpredictable. So I kind of feel like it's probably not celiacs, maybe something else, but it's definitely acute pancreatitis, and I haven't been diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis, but this has been going on for 2 years. And I've done everything in my power to keep it from happening. I have to restrict my diet even further at this point. I have no strength. I've lost 8 pounds in the last week. I'm gonna go rest now because I think I've had enough. I can't hold my arm up anymore, and I'm just exhausted, you guys. I'm struggling to say the least, but we have hope and we have faith, and I'm gonna take you along. I already said that. And we're just gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get healthy. I don't know how, by the grace of God and by mindset, I am gonna have a positive outlook, and I'm gonna believe in all my cells working to make me healthy again, and we're going to mind over matter all of this. I think stress has just taken its toll on my husband and I. The stress has been immense, and our bodies finally broke. We got through the other side, and we both broke. So thank you for your prayers, and thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.
Can't stay right when it's blowing, pushing me down. Feels like I'm falling apart, yet I hold on. Head held high, can't fight this feeling off no more. But I'm not going to give up and fall, rise above it all. Beat all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all.
up and fall. Rise above the door. Meet all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I'm never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. Yeah. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go.